seems that in the remaster, female characters and depictions of women in general have been noticeably toned down or even censored. While they may seem like small things if you come across them, and I don't actually think they ruined the game, if you look at the bigger picture and how many things were affected by these particular changes, you'll start to notice a bit of a pattern that is perhaps setting a precedent and a new standard for future Elder Scrolls games and really games in general. Unfortunately, I think that a lot of these changes were made while ignoring the deeper context of the world, and it's not entirely clear
let's see an
the
example
purpose
of this.
of making these changes was. There definitely was some sort of a purpose, because it cannot be—
What was the change here? Like, what was the change? Did they make that? Is it a boob reduction? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I could expect that. Watch the video. Okay, she wasn't explaining it at the beginning, so I assumed... I wasn't sure if she just assumed that the audience knew what the difference was.
A coincidence that all of these things were changed, but again, it's just not clear because there is a bit of inconsistency there as well. Today we're going to talk about the changes and some of the censorship affecting female characters in the game, and the kind of message that perhaps unintentionally or maybe intentionally it sends. Before we get started, hi, my name is Angelica, and I'm planning to do a sort of a special live stream soon to celebrate 100k. This is going to be kind of like a Q&A style live stream. We haven't done one of those since before I had even less than 20k subscribers, so I thought that it would be a really good time to repeat that. Before we can do the stream, a very special package has to arrive, so stay tuned for that. Now in my last video, I noticed maybe one or two subtle things when analyzing the clothing in the game that kind of surprised me in terms of the changes that were made and why would they change that. Some pieces used to be a bit more off-shoulder, for example. Others accentuated the curves and the figure of your character a lot more.
What a surprise. Toning down the sexuality of the game in order to make mentally ill, probably fat women happy. Great. Great, that's just what we need.
They weren't afraid to show a little bit more skin in the full cut. That said, I don't think that the original version of Oblivion was ever particularly out there or sexy.
Pick your hero.
Sure, their clothes
or
may have
villain.
appeared
I'm
more
not judging.
flattering, but I thought that it was all very reasonable and it didn't ever raise eyebrows. Other than that, everybody was equally a potato.
I will bring peace to this universe, no matter the cost.
It fit the world perfectly. The remastered version has hidden much of what I said in the previous video gave flair and an attitude to certain things. Others have been just straight up changed in what kind of feels like an attempt at censorship.
It's absolutely censorship. It's not even a question. This is what's happened with like 10 or 20 different video games.
In a world consumed
like, I mean, how many
darkness,
times does it have to happen before people think that it's happening? It's obviously happening.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
I couldn't really care less, though. I think that you should care. Because the reason why you should care is because it indicates that people care more about making sure that this video game is congruent with their current world values than making an experience that the audience wants. And you should ask yourself this question. Is this what the audience wants to see? And the answer to that is probably no, right? Like, I think that we would all come to the conclusion that the answer to that is no. And so, when the answer to the question, does the audience want to see this, yes or no,
my strength has increased.
Then why does it exist? Son, I need healing. Really? Why are they putting something in the game that players don't want? And also keep in mind that a person who doesn't respect you, they don't respect what you want, they don't respect the type of game that you might want to play, they only want to push their idea onto you, and that's it.
I wish I could say I'll miss you, Rocket.
And that will not stop at, you know, like Cleveland or whatever. This will happen to everything. Because this is why all these woke games are garbage. The reason why all of these weird games are garbage is because the people making the deals don't care about the audience.
We must undo the entanglement.
Be proud, my friends.
So you should care for that reason.
believe it's one of the best influences in the clothing video because to be
I have
honest,
found more lost souls.
Quantum
magic.
I guess it is
I feel stronger than ever.
this is for the female characters wear, and I recognize it for that, so it's just
Quantum
But
magic.
here's the thing, this is and it was always called a vest, so I guess this makes it closer to its name. But I don't think that's why this is. If you were really worried about sticking true to the name of items, then the black binary is black. This is something else, and it's something that I will explore in this video and
Armed and dangerous.
this was totally unnecessary.
Born again.
Quantum magic. Well, I mean, like, here's
Again.
Mission area. Keep going. Control
in
lost.
order to promote some form of lower amounts.
Maximum pulse.
What do you think the odds are that this is
Healing power.
It's 100%. And fundamentally, I don't want people going into my videos and changing them because of their world.
Cosmic might returns.
I don't like their world. I disagree with it. And I think that more
cosmos
people
heals you.
need to speak out and say,
You are safe
stop
now,
changing
my friend."
things. We don't want this. Don't do it. That's it. Our title, yes. He doesn't whine about it? Yeah.
I purge the darkness.
There's still so much to do.
A more realistic look. But I feel like that all goes out the window when you think of an NPC that wears this clothing. So Branwen came to mind. and
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man!
our
Past the
situation
halfway point.
look really silly and out of context. There's a Red Guardian.
Does every time engaged in a remaster game that had a complete graphic overhaul need to be a fucking winner game? For fuck's sake?
I need healing.
So,
Cosmic might
let me ask you
returns.
something. Why do I have to download a mod to make it insane whenever they were the ones that tried to make this?
Unite.
You're getting mad about this to be a fucking Gooner game. I don't understand why this is a problem. Can you not understand the problem that I have with this? So they actively dangerous the way it was, and now I'm the problem for recognizing that and saying that I don't like the change. How is that? I understand the problem.
Must protect
Maximum
pulse.
I don't understand. So, like, if you understand the problem that I have with that, then why are you trying to say that I'm not allowed
this
to have
together.
this problem? I don't understand.
My strength is increased.
You'll have to keep fighting until
It's
we
not a
have a
one-man
winner.
recreation then? That should be expected.
You need to teach me that spell, Steven.
Why should you expect that they universally censor things in one direction? I would be completely okay with it being a, what do you call it? Being like a remaster and certain things are changed. But don't you think it's odd that every single one of these changes, primarily, is all in one
I was
direction?
born to
Don't you think
change
that's a little bit
humanity for
odd
the better.
that's happening?
That
It's
time
because
has
they're doing it
come.
on purpose. It's intentional. The game is good, the remaster is immaculate, the overall quality of the game is amazing, like it doesn't have to be sexualized.
30 seconds before you attack.
So
Get
you're
ready.
not what?
I feel
That's not
stronger
even
than
what's being
ever.
discussed. Nobody's even
Even
talking.
the
That's not a
astral
reason.
realms
That
are
has
torn
nothing to do
apart
with
by the
it.
time stream entanglement.
Who better to put them back together than you and me?
Waste
I like
of
your
time. Let's
optimism.
move on. Yeah, that's not even the point. Just look at the monsters are a model that's been changed. It's not about cleavage, but design quality. I don't know. I think a lot of them are pretty good.
The battle starts in 5,
Within our
4,
named Selene.
3,
Yeah.
2,
In
1.
the original, their outfits
All you
are
need to do
not
is capture the
very
mission
different
area.
with their
Got
situation.
it?
This place is like a mini
The Sanctum Sanctorum is my refuge, my fortress.
What she's doing. It's sort of like a sports bra vibe. In the remaster, without any context, you go up to this and
My
it just
strength
looks
has
like two
increased.
people. You can see here that first of all, this is
Enemies are clear.
but
See, this is
I am strengthened for battle.
like it just you can say like, oh, well, it's a remaster and things are different. But when things just keep being different in one direction over and over and over, a pattern begins to emerge.
this warm
Flawless.
workout.
Yeah, it's a
Before
pattern.
this,
Stop
you
heals
ever
you.
needed to ask them what they were doing now her look has had a direct impact on the age, and they just look like beggars.
Born again!
It looks ridiculous, and it was something that they
Almost think Gargantos himself.
It was actually kind of ruined particular scene. No, it's not game-breaking, but it's the sort of game that's like, it's not really it's definitely funny looking.
The problem is that these things are like stronger than ever. And if you don't stop it early, it becomes worse.
I unleash the justice, please.
Whenever Blizzard took the calling Sylvanas a bitch out of WoW, we didn't realize that that would actually end up causing us to get an expansion that was so soy it was Dragonflight. We didn't know that at the time. But if you give these people an inch, they take them off. That's it. Yeah, and the pain. Exactly. You find on one hand they're trying to the game with single cards and trying to give some societal life and double dumb. I'm not gonna say it's the same.
Keep going.
My strength has increased.
Yeah.
So, in the original Oblivion, some of your armor looks quite different depending on whether you played a game.
Please, bro, let me.
For example, the steel armor is not the same on both sides. It's important to have this
Maximum pulse!
I require some aid.
Several others that you'll notice too. What these things have done is taken away the elements that incorporated
I feel better already.
and
You need to
made
teach
all
me that
armor
spell,
look more
Stephen.
bulky and pretty much like it's other
Yeah, this is healing power.
This is real firepower! Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man!
Keep fighting until we have a winner.
And they use basically the exact same stuff. And they create these like really androgynous,
Control lost.
totally unappealing, weird characters
I am born anew.
that I don't think anybody actually wants to look at or have anything to do with. Yeah, nobody wants this. I don't think anybody's asking for this at all.
Quantum match.
I
Feel better already.
Assemble!
So it is true that armor for the most part was never really made for race.
I agree. Let's go for realism.
Armed and dangerous! Again!
In many places in the world, in many societies, it is widely accepted that war is
Born again!
There were instances where armor
At
was
Joan of
made to fit a particular person. Like, it's believed that Joan of Arc had her own
Your team's capture progress has passed the halfway point.
friends. But for the most part, if a woman did, it was just armor that was standard. You guys know that I am generally advocates for realism. What I mean by this is that I am your parameters and just
Maximum pulse!
unlike the real world,
Oh, sweet!
in Elder Scrolls in general, you can go to war. You see this in your first 2 minutes of playing Oblivion,
I have risen.
where you meet Captain Renard wearing a full set of blades armor and escorting the Emperor to safety. That's kind of a big deal. I
Yeah.
sort of touched on this in a video before where I spoke about how there don't appear to be the same predefined gender roles in Tariel as there are in our real world. Therefore, realism in this case would mean that the female form is also taken into account in armor, as in our own.
Let's keep fighting until we have a winner.
This is real firepower!
That sexual and they view a acknowledgement of and that's why you see a lot of these like Western games that are made that are totally again,
still
has
so
these
much to
ugly
do.
androgynous characters. Like look at Marathon, look at Conquer. It's the exact same mindset.
I don't see why they couldn't continue. I find it a particularly silly change for things like the Amber armor. Like, the concept of Amber armor is very fantastical, surreal, Surely with how magical and out of this world this looks, we can allow for it to fit nicely on a pixel.
I tend to
Realistically great
lost
and all, but it
souls,
shouldn't get to
like
the
a
point
shepherd
where it's
tends to
naked
his
and
flock.
especially not in a remaster or remake scenario where you already have a ton of reference. Upon further inspection, they did this with statues as well.
30
So
seconds
if the
before you
statue
attack.
had some curves
Get ready.
or a more risque appearance, this would be toned down. For example,
You commune with ancient gods once in a blue moon, right, Doc?
On occasion. But to serve as one's avatar
I don't know,
must
guys.
be
I'm-
exhausting.
Yeah.
It's a huge nerf. That's a massive nerf. It's a gigantic nerf.
Perhaps a divine
Baldur's Gate 3
battle
is
starts
considered
in
woke,
5,
even though it didn't take away the
4,
boost from the armor.
3,
Baldur's Gate 3 is
2,
not considered
1.
woke by anybody.
All you need to do
Nobody
is
except
capture
for
the
the
mission
biggest
area.
retards
Got
on the
it?
internet think Baldur's Gate 3 is woke. The problem that people have is that this is one-dimensional desexualization that doesn't happen to male characters. It doesn't happen to men. It's only and it's only in one way. That's the problem that people have. Is the 1 and 2 thing? Yeah, sure, and that's silly, but that's like 1 point.
the Meridia statue in Oblivion looks
Like
like
the
this.
mission area is yours to capture now.
Maximum pulse!
Skyrim, but it's definitely after seeing this, it kind of occurred to me that perhaps they decided to use all of the data from Skyrim. But then I visited Azura, and she was way more toned down and covered up than the Skyrim version. Whereas in the original
This
Oblivion,
location
it
must
looked
be
like
destroyed.
this. And if more Skyrim-like was the goal here,
Mission area is yours.
It's obvious that's why they're censoring and changing the game to make it more in line with their worldviews in real life. That's the reason.
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man!
If you look at this kind of stuff, and you're being dishonest.
I am strengthened.
You
It's
made
very
me
weird.
do this.
This depiction is arguably better known they decided to so this. But here's where the consistency falls through, and this is what I think should the purpose of changing these things at all. Now maybe they missed it, but at this point they also
Armed and dangerous! Again!
Yeah, they do.
That's just my opinion. Other than that, where I thought they
Born again!
We're safe now, my friend. Is that they have no problem. I don't know if you guys have noticed in a lot of games. Is that a lot of these video games have no problem making very sexualized characters that don't have humanoid traits. Like for example, they have like that flame astronaut who like still has a big ass,
captured more than
or they
half of
have
the
like
mission
this
area.
army,
Keep going.
or they have things like this. But there's always some form of thing that makes them inhuman to make it some form of like sadism. Have you guys noticed this before? Like I've seen this like probably 10 or 15 times now. Yeah, okay. Very weird.
Here is an enemy to
Very, very weird.
They did. Now at this point in the video, I know somebody has probably thought that the spider.
Glory is
So
almost
yes, I
yours.
did decide to take a chance with it. So my take on this.
Maximum!
They retain pretty much the same essence, although I would have liked to say
I am strengthened for battle. I have tagged a foe.
You're right, I am. Look at it.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
incorporated into their outfits. However, if we address the
This is real firepower!
they are closely associated with the favorite prince Mephala, who is the prince of lies, sex, murder, and secrets. A prince that uses seduction to get closer to mortals and trick them, get them entangled.
You gotta have some big ass titties for that. Yeah, exactly.
Phaedra are the perfect ambassadors for such a prince.
Yup.
And so having a more exaggerated chest like they did in the original would have been arguably more accurate and in character. No, this is by no means a horrible change that completely ruins the game. But I wonder about the message that it sends when Even in a scenario where the female body tells a part of the story and lore, they choose to tone it down like it's a bad thing. And it's not like Oblivion is a game where historically all women had super exaggerated bodies and jiggle physics and lots of focus on that sort of thing. So this also meant that having something more open and out there, or откровенное, like we say in Russian, made it that much more effective.
Yeah.
If people are worried about over-sexualization, let's be real, those who really want to make things more exaggerated
They got
and blown
mods
out
for
of
that.
proportion will
Yeah.
mod that right into
Exactly.
the game. But that does not mean that we can't have tasteful depictions of the female form in the game by default. And when I say
Well, this is the thing, is that there's no one who hates attractive women more than unattractive women. And I think this is what's happened a lot, is that, and you see this, I think the best example of it is the amount of animosity and hostility that, for example, like fat women have towards women who are not fat. They will constantly body shame women who aren't fat. They'll, you know, like try to like say, oh, you're not skinny enough. There's something wrong with you. Where's your tits? Like, oh, you don't have any curves, etc. You've seen this many, many times, right? And so, and it's also like, obviously, like being overweight is only one aspect of it. I think that there are a lot of other aspects as well. There are, if you think that like I am mean about this kind of stuff, or like any guy is mean, you should see some of these girls' group chats that get
The
leaked.
right heroes
Like
could make
I look
all
like
the
a
difference.
fucking saint. I look like
I'm
I'm a
snow.
nice guy
Like the
compared to
moon,
them. They
I
are
shine in
fucking
darkness.
savage. They recognize shit I didn't even know existed. Yeah, so basically we're facing the ire of women working on these games. I don't know if it's like necessarily women working on the games, because I don't think all the women are like that. What are your thoughts on a sexualization setting that allows you to dynamically turn it on based on gamers' preference? That way there's nothing to argue about. I don't know about that. I mean, I feel like that's just more work, right? I mean, I think you should do the thing that 90% of people want.
As bad as things get, I try to stay positive.
Like that's generally what I think you should do. Like, if there's 90% of people on one side of an issue, you just do that thing.
We'll be coming in
pretty
30
simple.
seconds. Stay strong.
Probably more like 95 or 99.
Fear
peaceful, I
thyself.
mean, they fit perfectly into their world and story. All of this censorship and hiding the female figure is a really weird way to remaster something.
Well, it's women that don't like women that are attractive. And it's men that think that they can... This is another thing, too, is that these women exist in an
battle starts in
ecosystem
5,
of
4,
simp men
3,
that will
2,
be obedient to
1.
them and agree with them about everything because these men want to fuck
You
them.
need to stop that
That's
vehicle
the
in
reason
its tracks.
And it's a form of them signaling that, oh, I'm one of the good ones. That's the reason why.
I'll patch you up.
It's especially difficult to understand when you see that again for the male characters. This was not at all changed. Speaking of Davia, look at this
Being stronger already.
Of course, this is what I was saying, right? It's completely one-dimensional. Or one direction.
I'll patch you up.
And I'm shirtless.
Someone
Why is
scratch
this
my
okay?
back.
They made it happen.
I will say, they did put
Stop
shorts
them.
on the
Better
zone.
stop that vehicle.
Consistency, I don't know. Let's look at the Shiver Isles, the famous Saints Institute. The interesting thing about their societies is that they are matriarchal, and this is so deeply ingrained in their being that we even see it in how it is modeled as male males. So the male wearing the solution
Still a chance to
is
stop
actually
them.
much more revealing and feminine. Another thing that I noticed again around the chest area is that it almost seemed more detailed and more modern in the OG version of Oblivion than it does in the remaster.
Yeah, that's probably because the guys that made the original game spent a lot more time on this.
They hit a checkpoint.
Like whatever way it's
Now
done
might be
here
a good
is
time to stop
meant
them.
to draw
Yeah, I
less
definitely believe
attention
that.
to it, but it's just a bit strange when put side by side with the original. Like on the original, look at the contour and
more
the
the
definition of
merrier.
skin, and here there's just nothing. These are all small examples on their own, I know. But
Your
when put
god
together,
is
it does make
suffering.
me think about what the future
Better
holds
stop
in
that
terms of
vehicle.
female characters. I think that the Elder Scrolls always did a great job of depicting women in a way that was tasteful, even if there was an accent on sensuality and their bodies. It always felt right to include and to limit the trade within culture, which is backed up by the fact that Elder Scrolls has a huge female fan base.
Do you actually think this kind of censorship is done because of the people from non-Western countries playing the game? No. It's the opposite.
Hostile ahead.
I think it's Western countries that are enforcing this and other things. The reality is that with a lot of those games, there are, not games, but like a lot of these different, yeah, games. In like Asian audiences, they like it one other way, right? Look at, you know, a lot of these games made in China or like Japan or especially in Korea, right? No, this is a Western, primarily American problem that we have exported to the rest of the world.
Now might be a good time to stop them.
Really, this is a Western American problem that we have created.
Again!
Controlling album covers in the Middle East. So you have the version of the Middle East.
Yeah.
How the female characters are much more covered up because that's in their culture and that's just how it has to be. But the other example is when World of Warcraft changed the paintings of women to bowls of fruit, while all of them
I have never seen a single instance of a game that goes from this to this that gets better. Every game that starts falling into this trap gets worse. Now, Oblivion is going to get carried by the fact that it has great content. But it does make me worried for Elder Scrolls 4. Or 5, or whatever the hell it is.
Bright like a star!
This isn't help the situation at all. This isn't
Disappear!
Don't
give them another inch! Or else.
But when you take it out, I guess you're just sending a message that maybe when you're too much this, or exactly trying to say. All in all, I genuinely think that I think that the remaster is fantastic. There are so many elements to it that are super beautiful. I've been admiring the world.
Mind the exploding plasma! Nice deep freeze!
Small and unnecessary changes like this was made to, make it more.
Well, here's what you have to understand, is that the game was obviously approved by people that work at the company. And I think that because this was done under the direction of Bethesda, and this type of thing is also in Starfield as well, I would be very concerned about the new games that they make in the future, because it's likely that they will be infected with this same type of mental rot.
That's a dead job, thanks.
That's just the way it is. And so, yeah,
I am ready to put on a show!
And yeah, I don't want to have video games that are designed by HR.
We're finding
I
our
don't think
groove.
anybody wants that. And I feel like it's important to be able to draw the distinction between, like, I played the Oblivion remaster, you guys know, a lot, right? I put a lot of time into it. I think it's a great game.
I feel like I'm
but
being
I
watched.
do think that these things are actively immersion breaking
like I'm
for the
being
people
watched.
that recognize them and identify them, because they realize that now you're in a world that's being created and curated and censored in order to, like, protect a certain type of viewpoint that most people simply don't have. And I think that actually what the problem is
And dangerous!
that these
I
are
don't have to be
decisions that
set
are
the
being
stage.
made and put into video games that are not decisions that are respected or held by any of the player base.
I am ready to put on a show!
Exactly, yeah, like, so players don't want this, so why is it happening? And I think at the fundamental level, if you are making design decisions that the players don't want, then you are on a course for destruction. You are going to fuck yourself. They're targeting a younger audience. They don't care about your generation anyway. They're targeting a younger audience that's already been fed this crap. You mean the younger audience that's like the vicious Do you think young 14-year-old guys don't want to look at this? Like, some like 20-year-old guy doesn't want to see a hot girl in a bikini fighting with a sword? Like, really? Like, you remember whenever you were 14? Do you really think that 14-year-olds now are that much different? 17-year-olds are that much different? There's no difference at all. Yeah, give me a break.
Well, you can't expect to win them all.
but also to not send the wrong message about women and women's bodies. And that is my take on this whole situation. I do hope that I was able to articulate myself as well as I put those thoughts together in my head. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. As always, big thanks to my channel members for all of your continued support, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm seeing you. Bye.
Yep. I think that this is a again, like I really like the remaster of the game. I think the remaster is great, but I do think that people should be aware of this and people should call it out. And I think also again, these types of changes, like yeah, I'll link you guys the video, give her a like. I feel like these are really good. But it's important to be able to distinguish between thinking that a game is good, but acknowledging that it has things that are problematic.
Get ready.
And I think that's okay to do. And if the game is successful, I don't give a crap about these derivative issues. Well, I mean, I think that so you shouldn't think about it in that context. The way that I think you should think about it,
Sharks aren't supposed to have
I mean, like you should think about it however you want, right? But this is how I think about it. It's the best way to think about it. Do these changes make you enjoy
Battle
the game?
starts in 5, 4,
And I think the answer is probably no.
2,
They probably
1.
don't. And so are
All you
there
need to
people
do
out
is
there
capture the mission
that these
area.
changes
Got
make them
it?
enjoy the game less? Yes, probably, for sure. Because things have been changed and they feel like it's weird, or it's like HR design or whatever. So if these changes are not improving the experience for anyone, but they are making the experience worse for some people, why do they exist? And that's the big question that I think people should ask. And whenever you think about it doesn't matter whether you care or not, because the mentality of let's change something even though players don't want it will bleed over into aspects that you will care about. And when that happens, your experience will be worse. And so I think that advocating for a more player-focused, player-centric design goal is something that matters. Slippery slope? Yeah, and we've seen this slope play out in World of Warcraft. Like World of Warcraft is like, by the time I remember they added like a rainbow chair into the game for like June because it was Friday. And somebody was like, why are people complaining about this? This chair is the least game. The entire game had been totally turned like any degree of like masculinity or like aggression or anything like that, like World of Warcraft that we used to have, has been totally taken out of the game. They've been totally removed. And in the process, yeah, it's I mean, like you could say that, right? Like I think it's a big thing. And as one of the people that was that saw it really good defended to, it always happens when changes are made. It means it's worse and larger changes are happening. Yes. And these changes will not stop at any one place because these people never want to. They'll never be happy because being happy means they lose power. And they wield power by complaining about things. So what they do is they continue having problems with things so that people continue paying attention to them. That's the reason why. And yeah, they gave the remaster this is positive. That same. And you can see that happen a lot in a lot of video games. And so, and this is one of the things that I've noticed a lot, is that you have weird fetishes that are non-humanoid characters, but whenever it comes to a sexualization of a humanoid character or a person that is a human being, now it's different. So it's no problem sexualizing someone who's half spider or whatever, and it's no problem sexualizing a woman's feet now, but you can't sexualize their boobs. And I think the reason why is, and again, it is an inversion of what is normal. It is a total inversion of what's normal. And without feet, yeah, exactly. And I think that it's done in a way because people do want to be sexualized in a way, right? They do want to be able to sexualize them in a way, but they do it in a way that's safe and it's socially acceptable. No, I'm serious. I know it sounds insane. And the thing is, like, I am insane. Well, I'm not. I'm the only person who's not. But how many instances have you guys noticed where there are characters that are non-human that are sexual.
By the eye of Agamotto!
Not sexual. Notice this paradigm happening. Very, very weird. Very weird. It's basically like it's a transition from instead of sexualizing, like women for like things that they're traditionally sexualized for, now they're being sexualized for new things because somehow that's okay.
You've captured more than half of the mission area.
Buddy,
Keep going.
You're right. They don't want to see us kink shaming. Yeah, I think there's definitely that too, for sure. If I see a fucking minotaur sexualizing a girl, I'm fine with sexualizing that stuff. It's totally okay with me. But just make sure you do it from all of it. That's not right. It's not that it's good or bad. It's that it's happening in a one-dimensional way. It's gonna be a cup sharing the DLC. I don't know about that. Yeah. It trickles down. It gets the news here first, and gets the mobile games. Hopefully never. It's never going to go to mobile games. Yeah, it's never going to happen. But I'll read a few more of these comments, and then we'll move on. But yeah, I do totally support this video. And I think again, this kind of stuff is built, I think, primarily and so they want to censor and repress the female form being represented in ways that men like, because they have some sort of, I don't know, they probably don't like their dog, right? Let's just be honest. Like they have their family, and so, or their life, and so this is something that's been extrapolated to the problem. Now it's the world's problem, basically. They're pro-sexual, they need sexualizing characters, make it make sense.
Control lost.
Well, I mean, I think that makes sense. So basically, and this is the way that it is, right? Is that sexualizing a character? And no, you might think that it's stupid, but it's not. So sexualizing another person and a person sexualizing themselves are two very different things.
By the eye of Agamotto!
A girl that is, I don't know, like a girl that is trying to sexualize herself is very different than a guy who's trying to take an upskirt photo of a girl. And the difference is consent and intent. And I think the idea of it is that women should be the ones who are the deciders of whether they're being sexualized or not. But the problem that I have with this in video games is that these women aren't real. I think that in the cases of like real life, it makes a lot of sense. And I agree with it in almost all cases. But whenever you're talking about video game characters that aren't real, then I feel like all of this goes out the window. It'll never happen anyway. Yeah. Isn't that projecting when it's in video games? Well, yeah. And Japanese female developers make hot game characters, though? Yeah, no, I know that. But what I'm saying is that, so do you guys understand where I think this is coming from? Where I think it's coming from the idea that women should be the ones who choose whether they sexualize themselves, and then it's been extrapolated into video games as well? Because it's a well-meaning idea, and I agree with the idea that sexualizing women and like taking like creep shots of women and like, you know, staring at them in public and this kind of stuff, this is not gentlemanly behavior, okay? It's not. And I don't think that any man with any degree of self-respect should behave this way. I don't do it. I don't think other people should do it either. But at the same time, whenever you're talking about video games, this is a totally different topic. So this happened just a few hours ago. Take a look at this. Jammu is a city in India. Is that, or a place in India? Is that correct?
We'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
You're sweet. Oh my god, oh, you are such a
Jammu and Kashmir, both? Okay. It's a state? Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't think anyone existed to K-pop.
Oh, for sure.
So these are all drones that are being shot down?
For like a fortune on Low Tiara.
There's no audio for this either.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh wow, look at them all. Jammu raid under attack by Pakistani drones.
Dr. Doom tore everything apart.
Wow.
Based on Pakistan, the first provocation came
here we go.
India,
Nice decrease.
focused and non-escalatory response, targeting only terrorist strikes in Operation Sindoor, not Pakistani military installations, not Pakistani civilian facilities, only terrorist training camps, the big ones being Bahawalpur and Muridke, the headquarters of Lashkar-e-Toiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed.
So this shit's all real.
Pakistan in no mood to de-escalate, it seems, as these images show you. Copy-pasting the Hamas playbook using cheap projectiles to target civilian facilities.
Why do you think
These
there's
are
not more live
images
coverage of
that
the
remind you
of
of
the
what happened
conflict?
in Israel, or what has been happening in
There
Israel over
could
the
be,
past
it's just
few
being
months.
drowned out by fake stuff.
With missiles and strikes coming from Hamas.
Literally
All
producing
of these have been taken down. India has
Wow. Look at that.
deployed the S-400 missile defense system. It is something that India bought in 2018 from the Russians, and this is the first time that it has been used in a combat situation.
Russian defense system. And these are all drones that are coming in and attacking India?
You've seen drills in the past 2 days, mock drills, blackout drills, and efforts to prepare the civilian population to respond to situations like these.
Wow.
And there's a blackout in place
Better stop that vehicle!
to ensure that the enemy
made it
cannot
halfway! Stop them!
specifically target some areas.
So they don't even, they turn the power off themselves.
Pictures from Jammu, the airport, is one of the intended targets, the civilian airport. All those attacks have been foiled, that is what security forces are telling us.
Is this Pakistan attacking India? Yes, it is.
You've also seen firing along
terrifying, yeah.
the line of control, especially in Poonch and Kupwara.
chance to stop
India
them.
has seen multiple civilian casualties in Pakistani shelling and firing that has been going on for the past few days. Although India has taken care to avoid civilian casualties on the other side.
Now might be
Images
a
from
good time to
Bikaner,
stop
another
them.
border district in Rajasthan.
Just tried that on.
Emergency meetings have been on in all these states, with chief ministers and security officials taking stock of the situation and ensuring that all measures are in place to avoid untoward incidents.
So they have a blackout so they can't figure out
They
where
are
they're
on the side of caution
That's what
in
she's
situations
saying.
like these, and Indian authorities are on the job.
How long do you think it'll last?
We are bringing
I
you the
have no idea.
latest of the Pakistani attack on multiple locations in India. No damage has been reported, no damage to life or property as of now. But
Wow.
debris of the Pakistani projectiles is being collected and those areas are being cleaned up.
I am ready to put on a show!
The Golden Temple. In fact, in the many strikes that we've seen from the Pakistani side, a Gurdwara was also one of the intended targets
Supernova!
that the Indian agencies successfully
India's
managed
attacking that?
to foil.
Well, we'll see if that's happening. Stop spamming that. You typed it 5 times.
It's now or never!
You can't trust
Stop
anything?
them.
You're right.
These are images from Udhampur in Jammu and told. And Jammu was one of the first cities that saw this attack from the Pakistani side.
That was the one that we were looking at earlier.
More than 8 missiles from Pakistan have been brought down in Jammu by Indian agencies.
So it's not
People
just
being asked to take
drones,
shelter,
missiles too.
not venture out of their homes. The blackout very much in place.
Airports across the country have to security measures. Indian Army debunks any reports of a suicide attack. Well, that's good.
The Indian government also trying to fight fake news on social media because that is a real concern.
Yeah, that's what I was seeing earlier.
In fact, the government has issued orders, executive orders to social media platform X to block more than 8,000 accounts in India, subject to potential penalties, including significant fines and imprisonment of the company's local employees. So this is a very, very strict and stern order to X.
Good.
The platform's global government affairs team has issued a statement. They are going to comply for now, we understand.
I mean, I appreciate that.
This is Barmer in Rajasthan, again a
I don't wanna
blackout in place, a border village.
I don't want to see them banned. I just want to see there be like a note This is bullshit.
Like we said, a lot of social
Like, I'd
media
love to
accounts
see that.
peddling fake news.
That would help out a
Official
lot.
agencies of the government of India have been at it trying to debunk fake news.
I assume all Pakistan channels are terrorists.
Or villain.
A lot
I'm
of
not judging.
clarifications as well on stories
And a
doing the
little
rounds, stories
demonic
being
magic
shared
too.
widely on
Yeah.
social media platforms that are not correct. Old videos, old pictures that have nothing to do with India or Kashmir being shown as latest images.
I think that if you are found to be posting something like this, I think they should
I
ban
want to
your
repeat that we
monetization.
urge all our viewers to
Because I think the reason why this
rely
misinformation is so
only on
popular,
trusted sources of
the
information.
reason why it's
Do
so
not
popular is
share
because
what you
people are
cannot
making
confirm.
money off of it.
remains noble. as
Take
my
away the
sword
incentive
stays
and you
bright.
stop the behavior.
We can tell you that blackouts are still in place in multiple areas in India and Western
Mr. Free Speech,
Rajasthan.
I've never been Mr. Free Speech. You're making something up. You're
Bhatinda,
creating a straw
Pathankot,
man.
Amritsar,
You're
Chandigarh,
getting
Kashmir,
permabanned.
and of course Jammu and Srinagar.
By the way, his name,
Union Home Minister Amit Shah has
Xi
spoken
Jinping's
to the
#1
Director
fan.
General of the
Well,
BSF,
I should have worn something fancier.
the border security
Not
force
anymore.
which guards the border with Pakistan.
Okay.
And he's also in touch with the chiefs of
The battle
other
starts
border
in
guarding
5,
forces to take stock of the situation
3,
along the international
2,
borders.
1. All you need
Airport
to do is
security
capture
has
the
been
mission
stepped up.
area.
24
Got it?
airports in northern and western India temporarily shut.
People don't.
India temporarily shuts down 24 airports. Holy fuck,
This
man. Look at all this.
It's an evolving situation. We're keeping track of Pakistani action on multiple locations in India. And also what India is doing in terms of retaliation strikes reported in
Looks
Lahore,
like the mission area
Islamabad,
is yours
Must
to
be fake.
capture
They take
now.
lights off the drones, right?
and Rawalpindi.
I don't know. I mean, my understanding is that Pakistan isn't
We're
as well
tracking
funded,
this very closely for you here on First Post.
so they might not have the same type of
Credible
technology.
and verified.
I got you.
Do stay with us and stay safe.
Yeah, I don't know.
The mission area is yours.
It's not over yet.
Jesus. Dude, the U.S. funds Pakistan?
This
I don't know. I mean, probably the like.
I
If
got
there is
you.
a terrorist organization in the world, I just
We are
assume
tracking
that we're funding them.
the escalation between India and Pakistan, and we are bringing you the latest updates. Before I tell you what is happening, I must say this. On First Post, we are not chasing speed, we are chasing accuracy, and we are only bringing you information that has been confirmed by multiple official sources. This is what has been happening over the past few minutes.
Look at the chat.
Pakistan began air attacks on Jammu. It happened around 9 p.m. India time.
I'm opening a door.
After that, the attacks were expanded to other north and western
Holy
cities.
shit.
What you're seeing on your screen are images from Jammu. You can
Sorry,
see red flares
soldier.
in the sky. Soon it spread to other parts, Aknoor and Udhampur in Jammu and Kashmir and Jaisalmer in Rajasthan.
That's the boost I
Pakistani
need.
drones were seen over Punjab and Rajasthan. Attempts were made to strike military targets in Jammu, Pathankot, and Udhampur. Also, the civilian airport
team's
in
capture
Jammu
progress has passed
was
the
reportedly
halfway
one of the
point.
targets. India's air defense systems kicked in. Sources say the S-400 and Akash missiles were used to shoot down these projectiles that came from the Pakistani side.
God damn.
At least 8 missiles were fired from across the border on Jammu. In response, India has been having to hit back at Lahore and Islamabad.
So India's already attacking them
Very
too.
significant. These are the initial reports that we got. We are waiting for the
I'll be
official
shipshape in
word
no time.
because
Holy shit.
it would mark a direct attack on India.
Attacking a civilian
Back in
airport?
New Delhi, political
I'm not
huddles
sure.
are underway by the National Security Advisor.
Feel the wrath of the goddess!
Contacts with the defense chiefs. And we're seeing the fact that the IPL match in Dharamshala has been suspended. All the players were rushed out and over 20,000 people.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
Remember, India's operation was focused on
this.
terrorists, but Pakistan is targeting civilians and military sites. They're expanding the scope of this conflict. And they're quite open about it. Today, Pakistan's defense minister gave an interview. He vowed to hit Indian military installations.
We will not hit the civilian population, not at all. We'll refrain from that.
I thought they already
We'll
did.
definitely hit their military.
That's the boost I needed.
I require some aid.
installations,
Yeah.
Dance.
their forward positions on all the three rail lines and working on the
Stand down.
Military installations and forward positions will be hit by Pakistan, is what their defense minister just said. You heard it. And yet we showed you visuals from Jammu just a short while back, where Pakistan
needs a hand
targeted
sometimes.
civilian installations.
dagger.
They targeted Jammu city and surrounding areas, and they targeted the civilian airport in Jammu. This is the situation in Jammu as we speak, coming under attack from Pakistani projectiles, all of which have been shot
I
down.
mean, it doesn't look
And the
like a
attack has
military
been foiled.
installation to me.
Blackout, as you can see, is
Enemy
in place.
ahead.
S-400
Prepare to engage.
defense systems are in action, foiling the attack from Pakistan.
Yeah. Search for Poonch. It's a civilian place that got attacked. Yeah, I know. I
That's
see.
not all. 16 civilians have been killed along the line of Shinto.
You want content?
Their houses were
I don't know.
Pakistani civilians.
Content?
Yet the defense minister claims that civilian population will not be targeted.
boost
The
I
images on your
needed.
screen are proof of the lies that
Let's
Pakistan is
keep fighting
spreading. I
until we
hope the world
have
is taking note of all of this. It is not India that is expanding and escalating this conflict.
This is my first opinion on this, is that there's a good chance that there could be a paramilitary terrorist organization that is in Pakistan that's taking advantage of this conflict, that's attacking civilians at the same time, that could make it look like it's the Pakistani military. And this is, again, just
I
me
was
being a
always meant to
skeptical
be a
person.
soldier.
I'm not saying this is what's happening, but it's important to keep an open mind.
This.
You see what I'm saying? It's highly
30 seconds
possible.
before you
Because
attack.
like if
Get
I
ready.
was them, wouldn't that be what you would do? If you were a terrorist organization, well, yeah, I would do that. For sure.
Am I right?
I wouldn't know.
Because that way you can escalate the war.
Back to the situation in
And that's their goal.
A short while back, Pakistan
I
began
think.
airstrikes from the region. Swarms of drones and missiles were seen over the sky. Air raid sirens were ringing
battle
in
starts
different
in
areas.
5,
First, Pakistan
4,
targeted locations
3,
in Jammu, then the
2,
attack shifted to
1.
Srinagar. In response, India
All you need to
activated
do
its
is
air
capture the
defense
mission
system.
area.
Sources say
Got it?
all the drones were shot down using India's air defense guns.
Let's see if there's any more on here too.
Supernova!
Yeah, we haven't had a chance to talk about the
Battlefield medicine.
Holy shit.
This.
Yeah, bro, nobody's even. This is crazy.
That's
Nobody's
the
even
boost
talking
I
about
needed.
this. How is nobody talking about this?
Looks like the mission
This
area
is
is
crazy.
yours to capture now.
India is on its toes. The way the situation is evolving, the Indian military is keeping its guard up. Pakistan is threatening retaliatory strikes. The armed forces are preparing for it. They are not taking any chances across land, air, and sea. The defenses are up.
Obviously, I went to the post.
Multi-layered air defense systems have been activated. Combat air patrols are underway. Frontline fighter jets are airborne, and several Indian warships have been deployed.
What the fuck?
They have been moved to the Arabian Sea. Infantry units along the border are
Sorry,
stocked and
soldier.
fully mobilized. Even India's nuclear command is on high alert. This is the Strategic Forces Command. It is maintaining a high state of readiness, not to provoke further escalation, but as a precaution.
Ready to run the show.
2019, India's armed forces strengthened their defense.
Oh, boy.
Such as new weapon systems.
This is escalating really fast.
Have been enacted today.
Yeah, I bet it is.
Made S-400 missile systems. This is a versatile defense system. It can track and destroy missiles, even those which are as far away as 400 kilometers. The S-400 was fully integrated into India's air command and control grid. This grid is automated. It is designed to defend the Indian skies. It has a wide range of weapon systems, including the S-400, and the Indian command and control grid
That
is
lady
ready
isn't
to
singing
respond.
yet.
That's the military preparedness. The government
Sorry,
meanwhile is
soldier.
covering all the bases. Prime Minister Modi chaired a special meeting today. He met with secretaries from various union ministries. The Prime Minister reviewed
That's
national
the boost I
preparedness. He
needed.
went through detailed plans to ensure that all essential systems are up and running, especially those
Sorry,
for
soldier.
emergency response and communication. In fact, special measures have been put in place. Multiple airports have been passengers be cautioned. Over 2 dozen airports have suspended commercial operations in India. Most of them are in northern India. They are close to sea, air, and bases. Over 400 flights have been cancelled so far. That's around 10% of India's daily flight traffic. Airspace restrictions are in place. So if you're planning to travel, do check your flight status to raise the delays, cancellations, and reschedule flights.
I'll be ship-shape in no time.
Yesterday, mock drills were carried out across India in 244
You can always
districts
count on
which
me.
were deemed to be high risk. It was the largest exercise in the 1921 war. It involved air raid sirens, blackouts,
You've captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going.
evacuation drills, and public training sessions. This mock drill was designed for precisely such a
Enemy
moment.
ahead.
Pakistan
to
has
engage.
raised the threat levels. There is every
It's
Supernova! Minister of Air Defense said that there will be a firm response if Pakistan attempted another attack.
Well, I feel like David. Oh,
Can't beat battlefield. Some sort of tiny robot.
If there are there should be no doubt that it will be met with
Control
a
lost.
very, very firm response.
You think I'm too
Defense
old
Minister
for this?
Rajnath Singh echoed those words. He met leaders from various political parties today. He briefed them about Operation Sindoor. He said the operation is not over yet and that India does not want an escalation. Reports say that he also shared a casualty count. Around 100 terrorists in Pakistan could have been neutralized by India's precision strike jet on one person.
great.
Number is not confirmed.
I am ready to kill the show.
How many civilians?
Later in the day, he gave another public statement.
We have to have a responsible nation showing great patience. We support resolving disputes through dialogue.
Live to fight another day.
Can you just believe what the government says in regard to civilian versus terrorist death? Why would you even say that? I proactively said
Tracking down, there is a clear message from New Delhi to Islamabad. Has struck twice. Now Indian forces are ready to strike again. With Pakistan clearing the path of escalation, India's Supernova! And strong.
there literally aren't any. If they killed them with no civilian deaths, they would have said that. I think the implication. This is just me again. Look, this is the way I approach everything. I assume something is a lie, and I work backwards to prove that it is true. That's the way I think. If
This
you're
is
showing
war. We
only
keep
the
fighting
kills
until
of
we can't
terrorists,
fight anymore.
and you're not
Freedom's an
reporting the
idea that
civilian
will never
deaths,
die.
I think there's a reason for that. Oh, there's this guy. Dishonest aid.
Be wary. Freedom's an idea.
30
Pakistan
seconds before you
loses,
attack.
bro.
Get
It's been
ready.
36 hours
put him
since
in the
India struck
crosshairs?
Pakistan and their losses are mounting. India has demolished 9 major terror hubs. Pakistani leaders have done the rest. By going on international news channels and completely
He looks like that.
images and sound bites tell the story.
the multiverse stage yet.
Let's start with the major terrorist facilities, Murid-K and Bahawalpur. Murid-K is called the nursery
battle
of
starts in
terrorism and for good
5,
reason.
4,
It is located just
3,
40 kilometers from
2,
Lahore. Murid-K is
1.
home to the Lashkar-e-Toiba. In fact,
All you
it
need to
houses
do
the
is capture
Lashkar's
the mission
beating
area.
heart.
Got it?
The Markaz-e-Toiba, a 200-acre fortress of fanaticism. Let that sink in. 200 acres.
Is that it now?
For a terror complex. It makes it one of the largest terror complexes in the world.
Not
Hundreds
anymore.
of people are recruited and radicalized here. They are
Hostile
trained to
forces
kill, destroy,
incoming.
and die. Let me post a satellite image. This is the Lashkar complex. A fully functional complex with schools, hospitals, and
Mission area
jails.
is yours to capture now.
I sent the South of India. The South is allocating money to build a mosque here.
That's the OG Terry.
Sorry, soldier.
That's the OG, man. There he is.
On Wednesday night, satellite extensive damage, especially to this complex.
That guy?
And and the other 2 attacks were carried out after a brief gap.
He looks so
And
happy.
The whole 4 attacks
Yeah,
were
he
carried out
did.
in less than 10 minutes. So 4 buildings have been demolished. One is the admin block just behind you, and the mosque behind me, and additionally 2 residences.
You've seen the demolished structure. Now let's take you to Bahawalpur, another major terror hub. This is home to the Jaish-e-Mohammed and its founder Masood Azhar. The main target is this structure, the Markaz Jamia Masjid. This is the main headquarters.
I am ready to put on a show!
Including the residence of Masood Azhar, the mastermind of the 11 Mumbai terror attack in 2008.
Oh wow.
The Markaz also had training facilities where youth was indoctrinated and see the scrolling facility on your screen. This is what it looks like after India's strike. There is extensive damage.
Now you can see the hole.
Mission area. Keep going.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm doing this my way!
The explosion which occurred at 2:30 had led to a total of 37 emergency cases. Yes. This is a doctor.
It's spider time!
Injuries and chest trauma. Yeah, we're seeing that.
14 people close to Masood Azhar were killed in the strike. 10 family members of Floor 8 utilized by one of them was Abdul Rauf.
This is the guy.
The brother of Masood Azhar. Rauf is the operational head of the Jaish-e-Mohammed. He was behind
Yeah, he killed that American journalist.
hijacking in 1999.
Yep.
He also kidnapped and killed Daniel Pearl, the American journalist from Wall Street
So
Journal.
this guy's like a career
In killing
terrorist.
Rauf, India has done the Americans
All right.
a favor.
And we finally
To
got him.
underline this, through Operation Sindoor, India has
Damn.
avenged an American journalist too.
That's a rip
Well,
bozo.
say don't wait for a thank you.
Gotcha, bitch.
Coming back to Muridki and Bahawalpur, these were not
I'll be
random
ship-shape in
targets.
no
Together, they represented the twin pillars of Pakistan's terror machine. Ideological radicalization in Muridki and operational planning in Bahawalpur.
I mean, if they actually killed him and he was there, I gotta believe India did this one. Why the fuck do you have like a terrorist MVP in your area?
Double whammy was not enough. There was more trouble yesterday. In round 3, a drone hit the cricket stadium. This was just
Yeah, how did he get here?
Past the halfway point.
to league match to include foreign players.
Smart move by
But the
India.
organizers
Yeah, it
are
is.
The remaining matches in Karachi. Reports say some players from England are looking to leave the country. This will be another blow to Pakistan.
I am ready to put on a show!
Live to fight another day.
Shit.
From there, and that means more losses for Pakistan's dilapidated airline industry. In the rested province of Balochistan,
against the
there have been
world.
twin attacks. 14 Pakistan army soldiers were killed yesterday.
God
The Baloch
damn.
Liberation Army was
It's spider time!
The generals in Rawalpindi are suffering one more attack after another. And the so-called leaders in Islamabad are adding to their misery. Look at their defense
Wow.
minister, Khwaja Asif. Yesterday he went on CNN, the American channel,
They're
and he
winning, but you
claimed
still
that
got a
Pakistan had
chance.
downed 5 Indian jets.
Yeah, that's what I heard
The
yesterday.
anchor asked him
I'm
for
opening a
evidence.
portal.
You know what Asif said? He said it's all over social media. That's their source of information, social media. Next time, maybe he'll be quoting his family WhatsApp group. And this is Pakistan's defense minister. Unfortunately for them, there are more such specimens. Like in case he is denying the existence of terror camps altogether. He says India attacked.
What is this?
First, but we have the right to self-defense.
Oh, this is the guy from yesterday.
Civilians have been targeted, and I have, pictures and images of women and children who are badly injured in hospital. So civilian localities,
Yep, dishonest
accommodations,
Dave.
the mosque which has been attacked.
The fact is, India did not attack Pakistan. India struck terror camps in Pakistan and it demolished the factory floor of global terrorism.
Well, if they didn't attack terror groups, then why did the bombs kill a terrorist? Like, and this isn't like, this is like a Steph Curry level terrorist too. Like, this guy's been in the game for years. I mean, yeah, like, how is it? How did this happen? How Pakistan get nukes? I don't know. What is this, like a kill cam montage? Oh, God.
By now, the world knows about India's Operation Sindoor. A bold message was sent to Pakistan. Terrorism will not be tolerated. Multiple terror sites were hit. Some of them were deep inside Pakistan. So what made these strikes so precise and so devastating? Let me break it down for you. 9 terror sites were targeted by India, 5 in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir or POK, and the others were in Pakistan's Punjab. But the 2 main strikes were on Muridke and Bahawalpur.
I have to admit, you give too much effort to the videos, yeah.
In Muridke, the headquarters of Lashkar-e-Toiba was hit. In Bahawalpur, the headquarters of Jaish-e-Mohammed was taken out. So what did India use to carry out this operation?
So there's multiple...
First, let's talk about the Air Force.
There's multiple terror MVPs
here? They were at the heart
here?
of this mission. Frontline fighter jets
How is
like
it
the
that you're
Rafale
bombing civilian places, but all the terror MVPs are there?
Central and northern India, they maneuvered themselves into what is called an optimal firing position. Then they launched long-range missiles.
They got 2 OGs?
Mainly the Scalp.
No, apparently it was 3.
Let me tell you about this missile. The Scalp can penetrate hardened bunkers and command posts. And this missile is stealthy. That explains how the Scalp flew undetected into Pakistan. It has a range of up to 400 kilometers.
Damn.
The Rafales fired these missiles while staying in the Indian airspace. And all of this happened at 1 o'clock in the night.
Yeah, it's usually when they do the bombs.
Bahawalpur in 12 minutes. The Jaish-e-Mohammed headquarters were hollowed out.
How many freedom units is that?
I've shown you the damage.
Like 300 miles or something like that. I don't know. Nobody knows. 180. Yeah, I don't remember. So this is the Terry headquarters. Missile penetrates structure before exploding. Damn.
These images show what the Scalp has achieved, what it's capable of. Now let's look at some of the other weapons that were used, like the hammer. And I'm not talking about the household tool. This one is an acronym. HAMMER stands for Highly Agile Modular Munition Extended Range. HAMMER.
Bro, this is so
good. Think of it as a smart bomb, a bomb with a brain. Once it is launched, it can alter its path to reach the target. It is almost impossible to intercept.
Oh my
it
God.
has a range of up to 70 kilometers. And this bomb, too, was launched by Rafale jets. Again, from well within the Indian airspace. And it destroyed terror sites closer to India's border. So the Scalp missile and the Hammer bomb were the weapons of choice for the Air Force.
Yeah.
What about the Indian Army? They too were part of the Operation Sindoor. They struck the terror targets in POK, Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. With what? Suicide drones, particularly the Sky Striker. This is a loitering munition. It has a range of up to 100 kilometers. It can stay airborne for nearly 2 hours before crashing into the target.
Damn.
And it is quite hard to detect. But do you know the best part?
Look at
the
Amazon
Sky Striker?
package.
This lethal drone is made in India by a weapons firm based in Bengaluru. This is Indian innovation at its finest. Homegrown, precise, and deadly. The weapons
so they didn't even know about this one.
Were a sample of the types of ammunition used. These were the tip of the sword. In the background was a silent force, electronic warfare units, Indian systems that jammed enemy radars, blinded Pakistan's tracking stations, and disrupted communication grids. The entire operation was a well-coordinated effort. The Indian Armed Forces worked together to achieve their objectives. But let's be clear, Operation Sindoor was not about weapons, it was about intent.
It really...
India targeted terrorist camps, not civilian areas. Not Pakistani military.
Well, yeah, that's why they killed terrorists.
The mission was over in 25 minutes flat. The kind of weapons used were meant for targeted destruction. This was not an act of war. This was a mission to build deterrence with precision.
I will bring peace to this
retaliation with
universe,
restraint.
no matter the cost.
And it was a declaration that India's red lines are real.
Who are you calling a raccoon, huh?
Now, who am I gonna
India
banish
strikes
from
were
this
tactical,
match?
but their impact is strategic.
So, how are they saying that these are civilian places if they keep killing terrorists?
Yesterday, the Sensex fell over.
How does this happen? I mean, I don't know, man. She's lying? You think the guy didn't die? He's actually alive the whole time? I don't know. Because terrorists hide and live in civilian spaces? Well, yeah, they do. That way it makes it look worse if you attack them. So basically what they do is, this is what it seems like they're doing at least, is that they're trying to hide in civilian spaces, use people as effective human shields, go out and target other civilians, and you can't go and attack them because then there's collateral damage. That's what it seems like happening.
Pick your hero. Or villain.
It does. That's what it seems like. I'm looking at this because it's like at the beginning, I didn't really trust the India, like, yeah, sure, right? Yo, we're only attacking terrorist organizations. But how is it that you just randomly blew up 3 OG Terrys? How did this happen? Well, probably because it wasn't a civilian fucking area. That's what I fucking bet. Yeah, I mean, you just use a little bit of logic here, and there it is.
Some of my best friends are ancient villains. Armor packs here. Pay up. Check out the BRB.
30 seconds
Another
before you
index,
attack.
the KC
Get
100
ready.
also crashed today. It fell by over 7,300 points. This is a drop of almost 7%. Since the Pahalgam attack, the KC 100 has fallen by 13%, and the KC 30 is down by nearly 14%. Pakistani traders are waiting for tomorrow. That's when the IMF board is meeting. They will decide on Pakistan's bailout extension. Will they get more money? That decision comes tomorrow. So the markets are quite nervous. They're under immense
3,
pressure.
2, 1.
Guess who's making the most of it?
All you need to do is capture the mission area.
China.
Got it?
Chinese defense companies
From what I hear
are
about
rallying.
this Doom character, I don't
Some
think
of
I'm
them
gonna
surged
like
by
him very
double
much.
digits. And who are these winners? Avic
This
is
is a
one
nice
of them.
spot.
Avic makes China's JF-17
I'll patch you up.
and JF-10 jets. Yesterday, it sold by 17%. Today, it rose by close to 20%. So taken together, that's a
People can't accept that. Double standard of Israel.
Avic has gained 15%.
The mission area is yours to capture now.
The JF-17 and the J-10C. And China supplies 80% So while India and Pakistan face off, Beijing's defense sector
So this seems like a really good, like, China's probably, this is great for China.
Mission area is yours.
Why are they standing there?
and it has just one
I guess
supply
it's a parade.
which is China. So if Pakistan loses any equipment in conflict, Beijing will replenish it. Possibly
So that's convenient.
to keep the fight going. And this is nothing to do with product quality or innovation. This is purely about geopolitics. Investors are changing
Relay
the
deployed.
momentum.
It ain't cheap.
It may
Check out the
not last.
BRB.
This is at best a speculative spike.
If India threatens
A reaction to
Pakistan's
the current
existence, we will
events.
make sure no other country survives.
Those guys are about to shoot at us.
So how long will it go? That depends on what the investors are not waiting for escalation. They are already
This is real firepower.
Keep capturing more than half of the mission area. Keep going. Control lost.
Missiles, 8 missiles launched from Pakistan targeting Jammu Civil Airport, Samba,
I'm gonna get
some
Armenia,
revenge.
Akhnoor, Srinagar, Jaisalmer and nearby areas.
Putin said
All
the
of
same
these
thing about
solid
Russia.
trials were
Yeah, he did.
successfully intercepted by the
This is a nice
S-400 air
spot.
defense system. Multiple locations came under attack.
We are undefeatable.
Two explosions
Get ready. Here come the bad guys.
in Kathua, Samba and Akhnoor, which is also in Jammu. And those fired at Jaisalmer to 8 missiles.
Get the squits.
Maximum pulse!
And the target
Beholds the god of
among the
thunder!
targets for the civilian airport.
My
So these videos are the ones that are accurate.
Advanced technology, no damage or casualties have been reported so far. An assessment of the situation is still on. Like I said, this is a developing
Your team's
situation.
capture progress has passed the halfway point.
8 projectiles, mostly surface-to-surface missiles, have been shot down by India's air defense mechanism. This is the update that we have for you from
The Iron Man is quite a strong bro.
striking
So nobody even got
I need a heat scan for that.
in India.
It was all for nothing.
You're ready for action.
Wow.
Good medicine.
Yeah.
You summoned
Waste of money.
This is real firepower.
Civilian Air Force in a lot of these places have not been operating.
Islamabad targets Jammu Airport, so they're trying to bomb a
And
civilian
air raid
airport.
sirens being heard across Jammu and parts of Srinagar as well.
That's
We're waiting for more updates to come in. These are pictures that we have from Jaisalmer in Rajasthan.
Funniest
again,
thing is
very
probably
close to the border
all our
with
tax
Pakistan.
money. It's actually China's tax money. Yeah, China has to pay for this one.
From the looks of it,
This isn't
this
as
is
much of
going
our
to
problem.
escalate.
And our money.
You
Oh
can
yeah.
count
a
on
little
me.
bit, right?
8 missiles
I
from
got a
Pakistan
plan.
directed
They're targeting
at
civilians.
Satabadi,
Well, that's what
Samba,
terrorists do.
Arisura and Ernia, all intercepted
Make
and
it sense.
blocked by air defense units. And these images
30 seconds
are
before you
eerily
attack.
similar
Pakistan's attacking civilian
to
spaces.
the Hamas-style attacks on Israel. These are pictures from Akhnur, which also has
Hamas.
a military base. Multiple cheap rockets have been used by Pakistan. The army operating and behaving like the Hamas terrorist organization. We'll bring you a report later on the show on
Oh,
how they've
boy.
cooperated
I
with
can
the
play
Hamas
support.
This
military.
isn't gonna. Oh
You
god.
remember that last month the ISA and Hamas met in
battle starts
Pakistan.
in
Oh no. Are they gonna start supporting these guys too?
Similarities in how they operate
1.
since.
Oh
All you need to
no.
do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Oh no, God, no, not again. Free Pakistan. Yeah, get ready.
Armor packed here. Pay up.
Your minions sold.
You're ready for
One up. Yeah.
There's a lot of focus on social media. Sometimes governments try to regulate
Help behind, help behind.
internet access. Pakistan is the opposite. For months now, X has been shadow banned in Pakistan. Most users used a VPN to log on to X. But yesterday they noticed a difference. X was accessible in Pakistan even without the VPN. You know why? Because Pakistan wants to amplify its fake news. Yesterday we debunked some of it and we've decided to keep it going. Let me show you the first piece of Pakistani fake news. The picture claims to show a destroyed system. In reality, this is a picture from 2023. This one supposedly shows slain Indian soldiers. Again, so this video dates back to 2011 and it doesn't show slain Indian soldiers, it shows eliminated terrorists. I'll pull out another example for
This
you.
is a nice
This
spot.
picture is supposed to show a downed Indian
Under Army now.
Yeah.
apparently somewhere in Gujarat.
Yeah, definitely.
Again, completely wrong call. It's actually from the Russia-Ukraine war. The picture dates back to 2022. Another
We are undisputed.
I got Sandy.
This is real firepower.
Maximum pulse!
I have got the Iron Man of
Good point.
They got Pakistan out there writing fan fiction.
Behind us, Namo.
Oh jeez.
A video that shows
I'm killing
soldiers
the
waving
squids.
the white flag. Pakistani accounts say these are Indian soldiers
Right,
waving
right.
white flags.
The Indians are
Flag of
surrendering.
surrender.
Open me.
Yeah. Why are the
In fact,
Indians
it's the
surrender?
opposite. This video is from 2019. It shows Pakistani
Yeah.
soldiers waving the white flag. Why? To recover bodies of their
Relay
slain
deployed.
soldiers.
It ain't cheap.
I'll show you two more
Nice.
videos. Both posted by the same
Gonna in Iron Man.
The first one
Ako na na.
shows the aftermath
Can you count Mantis? He's alone.
of India's destruction.
This is crazy.
You get a weapon. You get a weapon. You get a
It
weapon.
is either old or it's fake.
Pep in my
And here's the final video.
Oh.
It claims to show an Indian drone being shot down Lahore. Search this image on social media. It is at least 8 days old, and it doesn't show Indian drones or Lahore. This attack happened in Ukraine. These are just some of the examples on social media right now. There's a lot of misinformation. Some videos may be posted out of videos, others will have nefarious videos. Whatever the reason, it is extremely dangerous. Spread panic. They can demonetize.
They absolutely are trying to spread misinformation. Of course they are.
There are 3 things that we can do as a country that we must do. First of all,
This is crazy.
we have a
I'm
responsibility.
gonna get some
Do not
revenge.
believe everything you see online. Only rely on trusted sources.
Their team's
And if you're
capture
unsure,
progress has
either
passed that
fact check it
waypoint.
or ignore it. Most importantly,
She's right.
do not follow it. Secondly, the government vigorously fact check. The Press Information Bureau is doing a fairly good job. If you want me, they should go to more fact checkers. Basically, pump more resources into it.
This is real firepower!
You see, misinformation spreads when there is a vacuum. When the government fact check, it seems that the government is aware of this. Overnight, on social media was a buzz with hundreds of reports and videos. They claim to show deadly attacks on Indian and Pakistani cities. They say the government used the same popular social media. Unlike yesterday, the foreign secretary also took questions to it. Again, this is very important because only official information
Behold the dawn of
media houses speak. We know the audience is eager for news and videos. But we can't
Keep
just
fighting
believe
until we
anything.
have a winner.
First post, all our reports and images are verified. We source them with trusted news agencies and government departments. And for social media clips, we double-check with our sources.
What's next?
Even the
Sometimes-
wait, the Taliban are telling
You'll
you to
have to
calm
keep
down.
fighting until we have a winner.
And that's what happened
Wait,
yesterday.
what?
I'll patch you up.
This video
is a
clip of the
nice
missile
spot.
attack.
You get a weapon,
It's been
you get a
widely
weapon.
across news channels everywhere. And we got this clip from a reputed foreign
Even they're saying, guys,
Later, different agencies multiple agencies offered this video and then retracted it later. They
concede
claimed
for
that
the
the source of the video was suspect. We have since tried to
Bro,
remove that
Iron Man was
from the
ulting?
videos, but it shows you
Yeah, I took him back, so I think he's out went a little bit too high.
If you're
No,
not
no,
an
no.
expert,
He
even
the
more
ult
so.
got into side by.
that's me.
Here at First Post, we
Fortunately,
always
I
start
shielded.
with the guy. We won't just get to the news, we will
occasionally
get
take
to
stuff
the
that doesn't
action.
belong to us. This is a
shit.
nice spot. Beacon's here.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
CNN anchor threatens to cut the mic on Doge advisor.
Let us show these so-called heroes what mutant kind is truly capable
Don't
of.
spend that Doge dividend quite yet. I'm Michael Smerconish in Philadelphia. Doge, they say they're about to show us the money. The Department of Government Efficiency, led by Elon Musk, is claiming to have saved taxpayers approximately $55 billion through various cost-cutting measures. They're breaking down how they claim they're doing it on the
All you need
department's
to do is
website.
capture
For
the
example,
mission
just
area.
yesterday,
Got it?
Doge published its latest cost-cutting measure. They say that it resulted in a value of up to $235 million in savings. It's also pointing out wasteful spending with posts like this, showing how taxpayers spent over $20 million on a boarded-up building over the course of 20 years. There's also a wall of receipts listing savings on the website detailing canceled contracts, terminated leases as part of the department's, they say, transparency initiative. And now there's a new potential layer to these Doge savings that's gaining steam across social media to give us some of that money back.
Those pennies, by the way. Okay, then give them.
Someone scratch my back.
It's called the Doge dividend. It was explained in a 4-page plan that was introduced this week on X.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Breaking down how every taxpayer would get a $5,000 tax refund check funded exclusively with a portion of the total savings delivered by Doge. So long.
There's a better chance Doge is going to give you a
You're
unicorn.
welcome.
Really, like it's
This is
probably
a
not going to
nice
happen.
spot.
But I mean, it's funny to think about.
As Musk's goal
Yeah.
$2 trillion in federal savings is met. The tweet was from an investor and CEO, James Fishback, who's been a guest at Mar-a-Lago and has ties to both Trump and former Doge official Vivek Ramaswamy. Well, the idea grabbed Elon Musk's attention. One day later, President Trump expressed interest in this proposal.
Okay.
under consideration a new concept where we give 20% of the DOGE savings to American citizens and 20%.
By the eye of Agamotto!
You're ready for that! So attention comes to scrutiny with DOGE, the accuracy of its reported savings being called into question. For instance, the initial plan is saving $8 billion against a single immigration and customs enforcement ICE contract was later revised to $8 million after discovering the clerical error. That's not all. Critics are calling Musk out for the haphazard way that he's approaching cost cutting. There's the firings, then rehirings across agencies, questions about transparency, conflicts of interest, the true dollar amount of these savings being questioned.
I don't see where the conflict of interest thing comes in. I mean, haven't they both addressed that like 7 times?
Much better.
I feel like that's already been defined.
The long-term impact of the overhaul. Well, who better to answer some of these questions than James Fishback, the CEO of Azoria, the originator of the DOGE dividend. James, thank you for being here. How did this all come to pass?
Well, good morning, Michael. To tell you the truth, it came to me in a dream. I woke up.
What the fuck? I'm changing it to this.
You're welcome. Leave them to consume.
We are undissolved.
That's here. Pay us. This is real firepower. This is real firepower.
Head of research in Azoria, the Medic Capital
Commentus.
Lester Stanley. In 2 hours, I'm honored that the president has endorsed it. This is a real plan to send the savings that DOGE generates over the next couple of years right back into the pockets of hardworking Americans all across this country. They deserve it. It was their money in the first place, and they need a break.
Okay, I'm all for ridding the government of waste, fraud, and abuse. But at some level, isn't it all illusory? In other words, if there's a quote-unquote savings made by Elon Musk and DOGE...
By the eye of Agamotto!
$1 trillion. So there's...
Hey, behind.
So, let me get this straight. The logic is that because we already have a bunch of debt, we might as well just keep spending money? Like, I don't understand this at all. And also, if this was illusory, then why did we give out COVID stimulus checks? We already have a principle for this. There's a precedent for this. It happened like 3 years ago.
Look who's here.
What do you mean?
There's no pie to cut up. There's no slice of the pizza that I can hand back to you unless we continue to borrow those funds.
This is real firepower.
They already forgot? You think they forgot about the COVID
We're going to take 20% of that and put it right back in the hands of taxpayers. We'll go back to paying down the debt and narrowing out the deficit. Here's the truth, Michael. For every $5 that they save, as we believe calculated by the Congressional Budget Office, when this whole project is said and done next summer, for every $5, $1 goes back to the pockets of American taxpayers. Here's why.
Hey, bro, nice one.
This guy got a default resting face like a
This is real firepower.
He sent their money to D.C. to be spent in America, not to be abused, not to be disrespected, and not to be defrauded. That $20 million for a Rocky Sesame Street, that money sent for a transgender opera in Colombia.
I think Strange won't be able to TP.
That we have roads and bridges crumbling. We're losing 900 Americans every day.
I don't care about the money. I care about where the money went. I bet that opera probably wasn't even that good. I want a detailed balance sheet of that opera. I want to know who was in charge of it, and I think they should get audited. Let's get their tax returns. Let's go ahead and do an audit of their finances. That's what I want to see happen. That's where I'm at. Because I don't even think they're getting their transgender opera. We're spending all this fucking money, they don't even get it. Or if they do, it sucks.
Deaths of despair, alcoholism, and suicide. 8 out of 10 black American fourth graders are not even reading at grade level. This is pathetic. What? 10 black American day to deaths of despair, alcoholism, and suicide. 8 out of 10 black American fourth graders are not even reading at grade level. This is pathetic.
What the
Americans sent their money to be spent in America. They were defrauded. They were lied to. They now...
Which hero do you think you want to be today?
Let's try this shit out.
I
Continue.
will bring
Your last
peace
save game?
to this
Yes.
universe, no matter the cost.
Oh, the wounds? They're fine. I'm good. Yeah. Totally okay.
Now, who am I gonna banish from this match?
Okay. So where do I need to go here? All right, so I have everything that I need, and I've obviously got that drip on. Wait, where'd my... Oh, I took my helmet off, didn't I? Shrouded hood. Oh, I need to put that back on. Okay, and what about this? Deceiver's Finery, personality versus sneak, illusion. Okay, well, I think I should use the Shrouded Armor, right? Like, I feel like this is way better than Deceiver's Finery. Like, Speechcraft and this other bullshit. I don't care about that at all. Yeah, let's stick with that. Okay, good. So, let me see what I need to do next. All right, so we have our quests and accept the contract. All right, let's go get the next contract. Where's this bitch? Let's do it. Kill them? No. Those are my boys. Why would I kill them? All right, where is she? Where'd she go?
Pick your hero or villain. I'm not judging.
Just a little bit, bro.
I will bring peace to this universe, no matter the cost.
Okay. Talk. Wake up, bitch.
So, are you ready to mingle with the doomed house guests? The contract is waiting.
Yes.
Do you like parties?
No.
Because you've been invited to.
I will bring peace to this universe, no matter the cost.
Are you ready to attend?
Wait. I get to kill everybody? Yeah?
I was born to change humanity for the better. That time has come.
The city of Skingra, to the haunted house known as Summit.
30 seconds before you attack. Get
you will
ready.
meet up with 5 very unlucky guests.
Gotta be honest,
In order to
not so
receive
crazy
your
about
bonus,
symbiotes now
you
that I
must
visited
kill each
Cleatar.
guest secretly, one by one. If anyone sees you committing murder, the bonus is
I will bring
forfeit.
peace to this universe,
Yes,
no matter the
there is a
cost.
chest of gold hidden in the house.
Boy, you
and have
cook.
agreed
I'm a
not
good
to
guy.
resolve until
The
the
battle
end.
starts in 5,
Okay.
4, 3,
The guests
2,
believe the key to the
1.
manor is inside the chest.
All you need to do
And
is capture
only
the
by
mission area.
satisfying their
Got it?
greed will they be allowed to leave.
I like hanging around Groot because he gets
Okay.
There is, of course, no chest
This
of
is a
gold.
nice spot.
The guests will find no key. After you arrive, the doors will be locked.
Don't mind me. I'm just
They have kept.
When all the guests lie dead, they will be free. Now, see the doorman. Something is said. He knows
Doc Rocket is in the office.
Have
Looks like the
fun.
mission area is
Oh,
yours
boy.
for now.
I'll patch you up.
Anyone willing to help?
this host. Now, he's hired
Doing
us.
fantastic.
Exactly.
Wait, so he just goes and invites everybody to a party so he can kill them all? This guy is fucking bait. Let's go. Bro, I'm ready for this. This is gonna be fucking fun. Okay, so I have to go over to Stalingrad. Where's Stalingrad? It's over there. Okay. You want me to avoid your parties? Hey, the last party I went to, nobody died. Yeah, sorry.
I'll patch you up.
We need to kill the Punisher.
Okay.
You go in, I lock the door. You're ready for action. And she wants you to have this. It's the key to the house. I guess someone else has already told you the other details. Kill all the guests and leave, right?
Yeah.
They needed that boost. I unleash the
Undefeatable!
Oh, I'm not gonna make it easy.
Those fine people.
You're ready for
Plunge
action.
a knife into their throats when they ain't looking.
Your team's capture progress has passed the halfway point.
True. Let's go inside.
This is a nice spot. We got company. Feeling
Okay.
fantastic. You're welcome.
Well, it's about time.
This is real firepower!
Judge, jury, executioner!
You're ready? Oh, someone scratch my back! This is real firepower!
Nice. I'm an assassin hired to kill you. My baby is sick and we're so poor.
Hawkeye's down. Gibbs on the boomerang arrow.
Keep fighting until we have a winner.
Okay.
Feeling fantastic. Healing. Why would I need you? We are undefeatable!
Okay.
No idea where that chest might be.
So, Nord,
That gold is as good as mine.
what will you spend it on? Wait, let me guess. A sleazy whore and a nice new battle axe. Am I right?
That sounds pretty good. Yeah, honestly, that seems decent.
Just say it. There's nothing I can't fix.
Okay, well, let's take a look. Oh, wow. So each one of these is an individual
out the
book that you can
BRB.
read. God damn.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Let me go ahead and see if I can lead them into the basement. Okay, so this looks like a great place to kill everybody.
You're one to talk, Ben.
So, okay. So here's the plan. We find a way to get the different people to follow me down here, and then we kill them.
The battle starts in 5, 4,
Wait.
3, 2,
Are those roaches?
1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
What are they like?
They
These
are.
other worlds
Look.
where I do not
Oh,
exist.
shit! They're scattering.
Don't mind me. I'm just dying.
Okay, let's go back
You're welcome.
upstairs. So we have to find a way to kill all of these people. Let's...
Hello, I'm feeling fantastic. We can really start looking.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now.
Before you arrived, we all just sort of glanced around a bit. Now that we're all officially
Oh,
here,
I'm not
we can
gonna
look
make it easy.
Okay.
This is all so
Capture
strange,
the
isn't
mission
it?
area!
I don't know why I was invited to come here, but the gold could really help my family. I do hope I find it.
Okay.
I am strengthened for battle.
People of my station. I'll patch you up.
That's much better.
Okay. Who is this guy?
A regal name from a rather
Our
regal
enemies
family.
I'm gonna kill him and take his stuff.
Goes as good as mine.
So where are they going to go? So I don't know exactly
Rockets,
how
launch
this is
it again.
supposed to work. Let me try to
I attack a
F5,
foe. Hunt them.
and I'm gonna go ahead.
You're welcome. Here you all are. Certainly is a nice house.
I unleash the
Your team's
Vishanti's
capture
power.
progress has passed the halfway point.
I'm just trying to
We are
understand how this works.
undefeatable!
I'll patch you up.
Invisible?
So,
Feeling fantastic.
Well, hello there. Nell is my name.
This is real firepower!
surely. What's up here?
We've almost got it!
Okay. Oops, I didn't mean to do that.
Here comes
Oh,
Rocket
I
again.
see, I see. I turned myself around.
Assemble!
fantastic.
I shall bide my time, but not for long.
Well, you can't expect to win them all.
What is this? Someone has been murdered.
What? Wait a minute. How the fuck did they know that? Nobody could have known that. You're still good? Okay. Okay, hand scythe. Let's see if any of these are worthwhile. Okay. Oh, wow. Look at all this guy's stuff. Oh, shit. I'm going to take the helmet. I don't have a helmet.
Which hero do you think you want to be today?
You're dead. Ah, got
What are
him.
you calling a raccoon, huh?
That went really well.
No timeline
What a good
exists
day
where
for me.
Magneto yields.
Now, who am I gonna banish
Let's
from
close
this
that
match?
door. Okay. It was a prank, guys. Okay, so we've killed 2 of them so far. And let's look at a few of these. We'll see if there's anything good in here. Another chest in there. Another chest over there. Okay, let's go downstairs again. You're right, I should hide the knife. Okay.
Two of us have been murdered. One of us is a killer. 2.
What?
It's not safe to be alone. I certainly
The
don't want
right
to be the
heroes
third
could make
victim.
all the difference.
Two of us have been murdered. One of us is a killer. 2.
Who would do this? And why? Is that why we're all here? To be killed like vermin? Oh, I feel like I'm going mad. Not much to tell about me, really. I'm from
No, that's not it.
Stay safe.
Okay.
I am not the man I used to be. I have
Where
found
did that
a
guy
greater
go?
cause.
Oh, he's right
We'll be
there.
coming
Okay.
in 30 seconds.
It's not
Stay
safe
strong.
to be alone. I certainly don't want to be the third victim.
If you step
2
out of
people are now
line, Mr.
dead.
Barnes, I
A
will
truthful
not
cause.
hesitate
How
to
pathetic.
rip that metallic limb
Okay.
from your body.
Stay safe.
Then I guess it's a good thing
That's
I
even
only need
possible.
one arm to take you
It's
out.
not safe to be alone. I certainly don't want to be the third
I'm
victim.
thinking about what I can do.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Two
You
of
have to
us have
stop
been
them
murdered.
from securing the
One
mission
of
area.
us is a killer.
Okay.
Humans are so fond of their golden idols.
It's not
But
safe
all
to be
of
alone.
them shall bow to steel.
We're gonna push her.
Much better.
I certainly don't want to be the third victim.
Drop a poisoned apple? I don't think I have a poisoned apple, do I? I don't.
Make no come inside, come inside.
So if I push her over to here, And I'm gonna put her next to the fire position and stab her.
You cannot hurt me. You need not fear.
You have my gratitude.
Gotcha, bitch.
A grand illusion.
What's it?
Us against the world.
We're being crossed one by one.
What?
I'm opening a portal.
Really?
A shortcut through space.
Oh no!
Wrath of the goddess!
I am strengthened.
Okay, I'm thinking. All right.
Render me assistance.
3 are dead. And yet 2 of us still live. You think not? Because I most certainly wonder the same thing about you.
Your powers are mine!
There you go.
Us against the world!
We need help. I know I shouldn't go longer and walk alone right now, but for the love of Isnir, I need a drink. I need to find some real spirits. I think I saw some meat down at the basement. The Sorcerer Supreme leaves once more. It's my nerves.
You need to stop
I
that
need to
vehicle
calm
in
down.
its tracks.
Where are you going? What are you doing?
Please,
Keep
bro.
our eyes on each other.
Please go down there. Go down there right now. Go down there, you fucking
Better
retard.
stop that vehicle!
You fucking moron, you idiot!
Good medicine.
You fucking dumbass! Oh my god, what a stupid bitch!
Your god is suffering.
All right. It sure was.
Us against the world!
Go talk to the other guy. I will.
Bring on the chaos! Feel the wrath of the goddess!
Always glad to help, partner.
I didn't know that was gonna happen.
My power is still building.
I don't even understand. Why would that even be bad? Yeah, I think that's so unfair. Why did you talk to him? Because he's the last one, so there's no probability to go and warn him.
Your powers are mine!
Against the world!
Yeah. Hey, think about it, guys. What a good day. All the guests are dead, and no one knew I was the killer. I was never
By the eye of Agamotto!
Aww. That's just too bad, huh? Damn, bitch. Damn. Man, that sucks. Bro, he got folded the fuck up. Let's get him out of here. All right. Let's go inside. Like his boots? Yeah. So you were the murderer? No. I just had to kill him. That's all. Yeah, I didn't have to do. I had to kill him just for different reasons, right? It's just what had to happen. Like I didn't want to.
How old of this?
Damn, bitch. He was was the killer, so you defended yourself? Yeah, I defended myself. I found out he was the killer, and it was a self-defense situation. I had to stop you. Thank you, bro.
Well done.
100 gold.
Your god is suffering. Yes. Agent of terror. You have made your reward,
Down to 30 seconds.
I lay upon you now the covenant blessing. She walked you forward and got
Your powers are mine!
Greetings once more, assassin.
Us against the world!
Feel the wrath of the goddess!
Keep fighting until we have a winner.
Citizen of Lord, think you're up to the task.
Surely he'll be back.
Adamus Bullet his entire career investigating the Dark Brothers,
Still a chance to stop
interrupting
them.
our contract, killing our factories.
We should kill him.
We try to eliminate Filda, of course.
Let's kill him.
He's a powerful man, and the
They hit a checkpoint. Now must see your time to stop them.
now the Legion.
Kill the squirrel, kill the squirrel.
I am strengthened for battle.
Filda must not be allowed such a thing.
By the eye of Agamotto!
There is an always between the city water barracks and honored given to the soldier dead. He is in fact more powerful.
Only 60 seconds left.
I will slay him like the pig
We're
he
doing good.
is.
Yes, yes, the Black Hand has mentioned the romance. Hell, that might kill Filda instantly. As long as
I am strengthened.
Us against the world!
and the rose will universe.
Down to 30 seconds.
Observe the news that trusted Legion armor, and then let the ride of
Dark matter!
rose or not.
Your powers are mine! Feel the wrath of the goddess!
Yes.
Keep fighting until we have a winner.
Deposit this field in the desk of
By the eye of Agamotto!
So that's why we have to. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go kill him. Bro, bro, I'm about to be Luigi. Okay, where is this guy? Where'd he go?
Don't give them another chance.
Let's go over there. So he's permanently retiring.
Us against the world!
I'm opening a portal.
Okay. Well, let's go inside here, and we're gonna. Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
Your powers are mine!
The current score is 0-2-3. Time to switch things up, including which side you're on.
See? Everything's fine.
You'll need a top-notch
Did I
team
get a
to
bow?
win this
Yes,
one.
I have a bow.
Open your eyes.
But it didn't say that I
Reality is
needed
but
to
an
use the bow.
illusion.
Hmm.
Be wary.
No timeline exists where Magneto yields.
You don't need it, but it insta-kills him? Okay. Yeah, no, you're right. I should do it anyway. I should wait until daytime, right?
Grief, but the future belongs to mutant kind.
Yeah, let's wait until daytime.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Just 9 a.m. That should be daytime, right?
You're yet to deliver what was promised.
Okay.
What?
What? Damn, I still can't go in there. Okay, let me wait again for another 2 hours. I mean, 11 a.m. I mean, it's got to be open at this point,
4,
right?
3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
I left the beaches of Krakoa for this.
Wait, they're all leaving?
Much better.
I'm trying to understand this. Okay, he's out here.
Your attacks are futile. Get in there. Your attacks are futile.
Oh my god.
Mutants always rise again.
Look at that armor. What?
Some uninvited guests.
What?
I feel like myself today.
What? What?
Cover back. Okay.
Out of sight.
I shall not be removed so easily. Every team
He's gonna go outside, isn't he? And then I stab him as soon as he goes outside.
You shall not be harmed.
I feel like I'm being watched.
Get behind.
Much better.
Your powers are here! Against the will of the strongest!
What you want, bitch? Stop! Wait, damn, why is this thing have so much health?
I have ult, I have ult. Can try to push.
I don't think that's welcoming,
Rebirth is a mutant's greatest gift.
I'm thinking about how to handle this.
Time to use it.
Alright. So...
I feel like myself again.
Wait for him to
Fatal attraction.
Okay.
Yo, eyes on your back.
Wait, let me get everything ready.
Just kill the storm.
They shall not escape around now.
Of that.
And how do I... How do I decide what weapon I... What... Okay, got it.
Watch me soar!
Okay, we wait for him right
30
here.
seconds.
Us against the world.
Attack.
Tandy needs help.
Final 10 seconds.
Your powers are mine!
Us against the world.
Feel the wrath of the strongest!
Let's keep fighting until the
separate him from his friend, I'm gonna stab him.
Double KO!
Next time, just leave it.
Help get that vehicle to its destination.
You have my ears.
The enemy has arrived.
Every team needs Iron Man.
Holy fuck, this guy is so dope.
Much better. Shall we, Emma?
Oh fuck. Oh my god.
You're handling it! Keep going!
I'm pushing Widow.
Dude, he's so strong.
Come Salem.
Against the world!
Feel the wrath of the goddess!
Yes? You are under my protection.
You gotta rethink. You gotta rethink the whole. I just let myself die. I died on purpose.
Some uninvited guests.
Okay.
You shall not be harmed. Get in there.
Get that vehicle moving again! Only 60
Alright, let me
seconds
think right now
left.
what we're gonna do. So,
Rebirth is a
he
mutant's
obviously is
greatest
gonna
gift.
take his armor off at night, right? That's logically what would happen. So, what I have to do is I have to stab him while he's in,
Your powers are mine!
Much better. We must reach the castle before it becomes
Use the arrow? I will. I'm gonna use the arrow. Don't worry about it.
If this beast can save New York, we must
I'm gonna
protect
give
it
him
on
3
its
hours. Where is he now?
Here they are now.
Now he's inside. He's gonna find this guy, okay?
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner. Us against the world!
Feel the wrath of the goddess!
No fucking way. No fucking way. Are you kidding me?
Final score 1, 2, 3. Well, you can't expect to win them all.
Fucking got him.